Hi everybody, in today's video I'm going to take a look at my liquid portfolio, so my financial freedom fund with Vanguard, InvestEngine and my very tiny portfolios with Trading 212 and Freetrade. Let's go. As you might remember from my previous portfolio, now I focus on property investing, so I'm saving up for purchasing my first property with my partner, and so I'm not really topping up these portfolios anymore. It's very much passive work at the moment, but let's take a look. We'll start with InvestEngine. So the value of my ISA, and this is the ISA I started in the previous tax year, not this year, is £21,000 and something. Let's take a look at my holdings. Not many here, just SP 500, Vanguard, high dividend, all world fund, and then Nasdaq 100 and FTSE 100. As you can see, the Vanguard and the FTSE 100 are not doing great at the moment, but the rest is fine. I haven't contributed anything to this portfolio since my previous update, but let's take a look at the very helpful dividends tab right next to my investment return. And as you can see, in June I got paid £91.59 in total from all my investments into this portfolio, and I immediately reinvested those dividends. So that's the only contribution I actually made into this ISA. Right now I'm invested 100% in equities, as you can see in my analytics tab, and these are the locations, so the regions, mostly in North America. I have 0% in bonds, and if you look at my sectors, here they are. Holdings, I'm not going to go into that. It's 2080 holdings, so it's quite a lot. As you can see, I'm not going to scroll down to the bottom of the page. And asset class, as I said, it's all equities. Somebody asked me if I'm not afraid of investing 100% in equities and not having any bonds. I have bonds in my Vanguard portfolio, in my target retirement funds. The rest is going to be in equities. It's a long-term portfolio, and I am prepared to stomach the up and downs of the market along the way. But this is me, this is my portfolio, so please keep in mind that you will need to have different choices, and your choices should be dictated by your stomach and your quality of sleep. If your investments don't let you sleep well at night, then they're not the right investments for you. And speaking of sleep, let's quickly talk about Zamat, who kindly sponsored this video. In my experience, waking up refreshed every morning is the result of both controllable and uncontrollable factors. One thing I can definitely control is the pillow I sleep on. My latest choice is the butterfly button-shaped cervical pillow from Zamat. It doesn't matter which side of your body you prefer sleeping on. This pillow works for all of them thanks to its thoughtful shape. The red area for sleeping on your back, the blue areas for sleeping on your sides. Curious about the other areas? This one supports your neck, these ones your arms, and these ones your shoulders. And if you're worried if it will be too low or too high for you, the memory foam modules inside the pillow enable you hassle-free height adjustment. Warning! The moment you unpack it and feel its soft bouncy texture, you can't help but put your head down. I still remember my first night using this pillow. You know that feeling when you want to fall asleep quickly, so you start searching for that perfect position? Well, with this pillow, that need vanished the moment I placed it under my head. My whole body immediately felt aligned and relaxed. I would love for you to have the same experience, so if you're looking for quality sleep, use my referral link to get 15% off all Zamat pillows. You can find the link in the description of this video. So this was my InvestEngine portfolio. If, like me, you want to invest in low-cost funds long-term and are looking for a platform that will let you keep more of your money, InvestEngine could be your choice. I still really like this platform, and they don't charge me any platform fees. If you want to use them, if you want to give them a go, you can use my referral link, and that link will give you a £25 welcome bonus. Of course, terms and conditions apply, and your capital is at risk due to the nature of investing. And now let's move on to my next portfolio. This one is with Vanguard. Let's start with my transactions. So since my previous update, there has been some cash account interest, that's some pennies, and then I contributed to my pension £250 back in June, and that was the only contribution outside of my wrappers, so outside of my SIPP and outside of my ISA. Then I bought some developed Europe, excluding UK, distributing fund, and got some more account interest, and then I got some dividends. So over £96 in July, and then some more dividends into my ISA, £42, £88, then some more dividends into my pension, £46, more into my ISA, £185, and into my pension, almost £10. And straight away, of course, I reinvested these dividends into my ISA and into my SIPP. And finally, I was charged for my platform, so for investing with Vanguard. And it looks like mid-July I still had some money sitting in my ISA and my pension as a result of my transactions, so just like something like a spare change, and I quickly reinvested that into life strategy funds in both. So starting with my ISA value is 84,000 and something pounds, and these are my holdings, only 4 of them, and these holdings will repeat in my SIPP, and they also kind of overlap with my current ISA with InvestEngine. Many people ask me about overlapping funds, and I explain that so many times in my videos. I do realize they overlap, and I'm happy with that. Let's take a look at my performance quickly. So my rate of return is over 35%, but as always I need to point out that this is not my annual rate of return. It's my rate of return based on my contributions and withdrawals from this portfolio. Let's take a look at the last quarter. So more or less here, as you can see, not much in terms of movement. Let's look at calculations. These are my fees for the whole ISA since the very beginning. Month by month calculations, so straight numbers, much more visible and transparent. Let's take a look at last time. May it was 79, June was 82, and now we're at 84 something. And my favorite tab, Insights tab, let's take a look at my product type. It's blended and equity, the regions I invest in, top 10 investments in this ISA, sector allocation, and performance over the last 3 months. Next, my SIPP. My pension value is 118,000 and something. These are my holdings. As you can see, I have 2 target retirement funds, one for 2055 and one for 2040. The one for 2040 is much safer because it has a bigger bond allocation than equity allocation. So with time, I'm going to try and actually move some of my money from the 2040 fund to 2055 because I'm not interested in withdrawing that money too soon. And these funds, the way they work is they rebalance automatically. So I will be exposed less to equities and more to bonds as time goes by, and if this is something I'm not interested in, if it's something less risky than I'd like this fund to be, then I will have to shift that money elsewhere manually. Let's take a look at the performance. My rate of return of this portfolio is 22%, and again, it's not annual return, it's my personal rate of return. The graph of the last 3 months, if you're into graphs. Let's take a look at calculations. So all the fees I paid for having this SIPP with Vanguard on Vanguard platform. And month by month calculations, so in May it was 114, so I think this is the last time we took a look at it, and now it's 118. Finally, the Insight tab. So the product type, as you can see, much more blended funds in my SIPP because of the life strategy and because of my target retirement funds. The regions I invest in, top 10 investments, sector allocation, and performance for over the last 3 months. So all in all, my portfolio value is 202,000 and something in September 2023, and my rate of return is 29.5%. As you can see, my investment so far since the very beginning of my investing, so since the 7th of October 2019, has returned me over £32,000. Next, my throwaway portfolios, so money I consider lost with Trading212 and Freetrade. Let's start with Trading212. So my portfolio value is over £340 and the return is disastrous. I made some really bad decisions here. Let's take a look at my investments. As you can see, there are some newish companies and some old-timers. Since my last update, I've sold some of my holdings and I reinvested that money into Unilever, which hasn't been performing well since as well. That's a very, very quick look. If you want to invest with Trading212 and get a free share, it's a very good platform. Don't mind my holdings and my performance. You can use my referral link and you find it in the description of this video. Finally, my portfolio with Freetrade. This is the last one. We're just looking at the last 3 months and it's down by £24. So it's £263. That's the portfolio's value. And the investments are, again, all in red. And I have some Russian holdings, which I cannot actually even touch, so I cannot sell them because they're frozen, as you probably know. So everything here is looking bleak. So this is what my portfolio looked like previously, and this is what it looks like today in terms of numbers. I know that some of you are curious about my property investment and how that is coming along, but I will make a video about it as soon as there is something substantial to report. That's it, guys. I hope you're all well. I hope you had a fantastic summer and you're ready to tackle the last quarter of this year. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.